had enough integrity that it just gave you the experience of what it was working at. And so I owe it a lot there. But beyond that, I suppose since I have gone to create a different world, a slightly different world from it, it's hard for me to feel totally delighted with the Alexander technique when more people in it haven't shown interest in my work. I guess that's almost like maybe a childish, resentful point of view, but I do. The one thing was a problem with the Alexander technique, I think, is that it has a tendency to make people suspicious of sensations. Don't think about what you're feeling, so forth. Even though it engages in, it uses the modern word now of mindfulness, which does involve elements of feeling yourself, But mindfulness is okay, but feeling yourself isn't. And whereas the posture release imagery is just the opposite. It embraces the fact that we feel ourselves constantly, and it just seeks to take control of that by not spending any time feeling yourself, but spend lots of time trying to put archetypal sensations onto your body. Because as soon as you put what I call archetypal sensations, in other words, sensations which are appropriate for a healthy body at a particular point, as soon as you can sort of imaginarily place them on your surface, body surface, you structurally change. It's automatic, Someone who is shivering in the cold is not going to have the same structural support system as someone who has allowed themselves to be comfortable in the cold, for instance. And there's a whole bunch of examples like that. That our sensations are important to us. They're very important to us, and we shouldn't look with that much, disparagingly at them.
Has your work with the technique and with your own developments upon the technique shifted your basic happiness level? You described yourself as kind of dissatisfied.
Oh yeah. It's done wonders. It really. I'm considerably happier. All kinds of things. My wife and my life and my children. A lot of things have made me happy. I don't know if I can all divide it up as to what gave me what, but it's certainly given me something that I am that intrigues me at every level of my life. The mental, physical, and spiritual level. It's sort of given me a tool to engage myself in everything I do in a way that I probably didn't before.
Is there anything that you would like me to ask you that I have not asked you?
Well, I think. Let me think. Give me a moment. No, I would like to probably say that it's not a question. I would like to say that I suppose that I'm not quite sure where posture release imagery goes from here. It might die on the vine. I don't know, but I am going to try to complete a book that and publish it in ebook form or book form. I'm not sure which, and sort of get things tied together rather than just have websites and YouTube and Facebook, which I don't think they're ideal. I kind of do think that if someone had a workbook in front of them, they might use it more, and it might grow on them a little bit more if it isn't something they have to connect to the internet to get, But outside of that, I would, love opportunities to be able to talk to people like I have with you, and I definitely appreciate it. It's been a big thing in my life, and I've appreciated the opportunity.